And hello everyone. My name is Danish Jamal, and I'm going to be presenting my project, my final project. Let me just share my screen real quick. So I opted to create the gummy bear game, and so the gummy bear game, my idea was just to like have these gummy bears that you can kind of like collect and train, and then you use them to like fight other gummy bears. So the idea behind my game is that there's four gummy bears, four types. There's the blue, yellow, red, and green. And then the red ones are the bad ones, and the other ones are the good ones. And then you can be the other ones, and then you just train, and then you fight the bad ones. Um, that's kind of the game. So my code has five classes in it. It has the base class for the gummy bears, and then it has the other four derived classes from it. So the base class, all gummy bears have kind of like the same things. They all have an age, weight, height, health, and strength. And then each gummy bear has a unique type as well. And then, so in my base class, I have the getters and the setters, and then the default constructor. So the default constructor kind of sets everything to 0. And then this is the overloaded constructor. And then these are the setters. So you can set the age, the height, the weight, those things. You can also do a get stats. So that kind of prints out a description of the gummy bear as well as all of its stats. And then I have the individual getter functions as well that kind of return the age, height, weight, stuff like that. And then a destructor. And then these are the different like features of the gummy bears, so their age, weight, height, health, and strength. And then the from that I derived four different classes: a green, red, yellow, and blue class. And the difference between the classes are that the descriptions are different. So this is an overrided. This function overrides the function from the base class, and it prints out like a unique kind of description, as well as it has its own getter functions as well. And then that's kind of like the same thing throughout the other classes. They have their own unique descriptions as well as their own getters. And then going into the main, uh, this is basically where the entire game is defined. So I have my functions defined at the top. I have a print menu, which prints the different menus. So it takes an integer as its parameter. And so if it's like what if the integer is 1, that means I want to print the first menu. 2, if it's the second menu, stuff like that. There's a train feature as well, so you can train your gummy bear. And we'll go over that later, but basically it'll ask you a question. If you get the question right, it gives your gummy bear strength and health. You can battle your gummy bears. This is kind of like the main feature in the game. So you have your gummy bear, you fight it against another gummy bear, and then this int is basically like going to be the move that you make. So you can attack, you can defend, and you can run. And then we have a save game feature and a load game feature. So we start off by printing out the main menu. Um, Honestly, instead of going over the code, which is pretty lengthy, let's just play the game. I think that might be more fun, and we can kind of see how the game goes. So we start. Um, and for now, I'll start a new game and then I'll go over how we can load a game as well. So we'll start. So it says start new game is 1, so I'll type in 1, and it kind of gives you a description of the game as well right here. Tells you, hey, pick your companion, so I can be a green one, yellow, or blue. You can't be the red one because the red ones are the bad ones, but I actually implemented like kind of like an Easter egg that if you type in the number 69, it lets you like be the red gummy bear. So if you're watching this video now, you know there's an Easter egg in the game. Um, and so, okay, so I selected the red gummy bear. It tells you like you're an imposter or whatever. And then it gives you the different, this is kind of like the main menu. So you can view your stats, you can train, battle, save your game, and then you can also leave the game. So if I view my stats, the stats are randomly generated. So it gives you a description of the red gummy bear. So let's see, like he's bad, whatever, merciless, vicious, whatever, unforgiving. This guy's 12 years old. He's that tall. He weighs that much. They all start with 100 health and they all start with 10 strength. So these two are not randomly generated, but this is all random. And then obviously I can view my stats again. I just I don't need to do that. We can go to the train feature. So if I type in 2, it gives you a question. So the questions are all there. It's a list. It's kind of like a set of random questions, and they're all discrete math questions. So this one says, consider the recurrence relation for this function, and then write the particular solution form. Um, I actually have no idea. I'm not. You have to have like a piece of paper to do this question. I don't know. They're kind of difficult. So I selected the third option. I got it wrong. So let me see if I can try to get one right, and I'll show you guys what happens when I get it. Right. Oh, I started a battle. Okay, I guess we're going into battle. So while you're out on a stroll in the forest, you encounter a foe. It's a red gummy bear, obviously, and then you guys engage in a duel. So you have the options to attack, defend, view your stats, view the opponent's stats, and there's actually an option to run as well. I don't know why it's not showing up. But let's look at our opponent's stats. So our opponent, he's a red gummy bear. So he obviously has his, like, he kind of has like the same description. This guy's 2 years old. But he's a lot stronger than me, so I don't know if you guys remember. My strength was 10. This guy's strength is 66. So yeah, actually I can view my own stats and I'll show you guys. So yeah, I'm pretty weak. So because I haven't trained yet. So if I attack, let's see what happens if I attack. So we say your opponent, we both attacked each other. So the opponent, you can attack and defend, and then the opponent can also attack and defend. And the opponent's moves are random. So you can both attack, you can attack, the opponent can defend, or like you both can defend, stuff like that. So in this case, we both attacked. I attacked with 10 damage, this guy attacked with 66. So I'm now at 34 health and he's at 90. So let's see what happens if I defend here. Um, my opponent attacked. So my health is now at negative 22 and my gummy bear died. So when your gummy bear dies, the game's over. You kind of have to start again. So let's start again. And this time we'll go through and we'll load a new game. So I think so when you load a new game, it tells you like, hey, type in the file name. Oh shoot, I don't have a file saved yet. Okay. Never mind. I don't know what to do here. Hold on. I'm gonna stop and then start again. So this time we're gonna save our game, and then we're gonna try to load it and then see how that goes. So we'll start a new game. This time I'll go with the blue gummy bear. So I selected the blue gummy bear. I can view my stats. So this guy's 11 years old. He weighs that much. So we got all of our stats. Now, before I save the game, I'll try to see if I can get the question right. So we'll train. So suppose S is equal to 7. I think this one's easy. This one's just 2. So like I got it correct. My gummy bear has extra 10 health and he's back to 100, or 10 strength and he's back to 100 health. So now if I view my stats again, yeah, like our strength went up to 20. So now we can save the game. And when save my game, it should, yeah, okay, there it is. Enter a file name to save your game. So I'm just gonna name this like game one. And so now it'll save it as game1.txt. And then I can continue to play the game. I'm just gonna quit for now. And you can see that game1.txt is saved here, and it saves in your gummy bear's kind of stats. So remember, I selected the blue gummy bear. He had like 20 strength, 100 health. So it kind of does all that. And then now, if we go back and clear the console and run it again, and I load the game this time, I can type in game1.txt and it'll load in the game, which is pretty cool. And then I can view this guy's stats, and look, he's a blue gummy bear, same guy. So it's the same gummy bear, and I can keep so you can keep doing this. The only thing I don't have time to show you guys because it's kind of hard to beat the gummy bears. But if you go into a battle and you beat a gummy bear, it gives you 20 strength instead of 10 strength, and then that's really it. You can just keep fighting the gummy bears, train your guy. You can save your game and you can quit. So that's basically the entire game. I don't know if I have time to go over the code, but just real quickly, I'll show you guys. A lot of one of the things I want to highlight is my code uses a lot of while loops. So the while loops, a lot of if statements and a lot of while loops. So the if statements are for like, if they select this action or this action or that action. And then the while loops are used for validation and for repeated actions as well. So like the main menu, like this menu right here, repeats a lot. So that's all in a while loop because I want to keep doing that until the user decides they want to quit the game, right? But it also is used for validation methods as well. So that let's say the user is given these 5 options and they select option number 6. That's not an option. So then I tell the user, hey, like you didn't do something correctly. Actually, let me see if I can like show you guys. So like, look, I have options one, and two. If I select option 3, please select a valid option. And so start a new game. I have options 1, 2, and 3. Let's say I go with 5, invalid choice, try again. So all these kind of like, that was like the benefit of using these while loops. So sorry, this was a little bit rushed. We only get 10 minutes to do this, but yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed. All right. How do I stop recording?